Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, the Stephen Knight Show, and you rather listen to us, you can go to our Anchor, you can go to Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch listen to your podcast. But prefer you watch us. Anyway, we're all over social media. Our website, StephenKnightShow.com. We just refreshed it. Instagram, the Stephen Knight Show, and again, our YouTube channel. So a lot has happened since our break. We are back with season 11. I can't believe it's been that long, but we have a new president. We have a new VP, Kamala Harris. We had an insurrection at the Capitol, but we're back. We're back. Now, last week we shot a 10-year anniversary special that will be airing this Thursday on our YouTube channel, the Stephen Knight Show. So check it out. Something behind the scenes, how we all met, how the show, some of our favorite parts about the show. So check that out. Again, this Thursday on YouTube. Now, Miss Parker, she decided last year that she wanted to take a break from the show, and it ended up being an extended break. And so she still will be part of the show in some capacity. She recently helped out with our MLK event, where we passed out to the homeless like we do every year. And she put that together. She helped distribute the items. But you probably won't see her on the show for a while. But we are very excited, very, very excited to introduce our new co-host. She is just a talented woman. She's a filmmaker, actress. Please help me welcome Lynia Love. Welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
Now, you're no stranger to the show. You've been on several times, and you contributed. You even helped out with during Miss Parker's hiatus, initial hiatus. So tell the listeners who maybe missed some of the shows about you.
So my name is Lynia Love. I am an actress, a producer, a content creator. I am a podcaster as well on my own show. And I am just an all-around entrepreneur superwoman. That is my new thing for 2021. I want to do it all. I want to see it all. I want to be it all because I am all of that.
Yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. Well, welcome to the show. I know you're going to bring it like you always do. So welcome. Glad to have you on.
Thanks.
All right. So our question of the day. Well, first, let me speak to the other co-hosts. We do have a co-host on the show, Chike Evans. Happy New Year. How you been?
I'm good. I'm blessed, brother. I mean, I know I've been around for a long time. I got a little dust on me, but I'm still here. 11 years, brother. 11 years. That's nothing to sneeze at.
It's crazy.
Not at all.
Yeah. It's crazy. Nayyir, my man. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. When you said Happy New Year, it made me think, man, it's been that long since we touched, base here. So
right.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone who I didn't get to say it to. And I'm here. I'm here.
Well, most definitely. All right, our question of the day is, on a group trip, would you prefer to be the planner or just the person that shows up? Pay your money and just show up for the trip. Lynia, I'll let you take it.
I'm a planner. That's it. Point blank, period. I love planning things. I love putting things together. And when people start to act up, you just get cut because I keep it moving. So you're either going to be with the program and this plan or you are not. We're going to eat. We're going to get drunk. We're going to have fun. We're going to do excursions. And that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. We'll relax somewhere in between there, probably when you're hungover and drunk, and that's your break time. But outside of that, I'm the planner. I'm in charge of that. Chike knows. That's why he's laughing like that.
What about you, Chike?
Obviously, I have no choice but to be the person on the trip who just contributed money.
Right.
I have no say. After being on a few trips with this lady, that's how it goes down. And listen, I have no complaints. She is an excellent captain. She runs a tight ship, and I'm glad to be aboard it.
I hear that. Nayyir?
I like both. I like to plan or just take the trip. It depends. Sometimes I enjoy being a part of the trip and just not having to do the work and think, and just kind of seeing how other people see things and see what's fun and entertaining, see how well other people do. But I often do like to plan. I do often plan as well for myself, family, friends, whoever.
I'm the one I just show up. How much do I owe? And when are we leaving? That's me. I thought of this question because we're planning, if all goes well with COVID and everything, a trip for my birthday. And One of my friends said, I'll plan the whole thing. Perfect. 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 So, but tweet us at home, Stephen Knight Show. Let us know, are you prefer to be planner or just show up? All right, so a quick COVID update. Worldwide, we have 99.4 million cases, with 25.5 million domestically, 420,000 deaths. Now, issues with the vaccine under the Trump administration, there were issues under Trump administration, but the Biden has planned over 100 million people vaccinated within his first 100 days. And I believe that number went up as of today. President Joe Biden on today will reinstate the COVID-19 travel restrictions on non-U.S. citizens who have been in Brazil, Ireland, United Kingdom, and much of Europe. The White House also confirmed that to CNN, but he also extended those restrictions to travelers who recently been to South Africa. They come 1 week after President Trump, former President Trump, signed the executive order his final days in office, lifting the restrictions on travelers from those countries effective January 26th. Now, comedian Dave Chappelle, we all know, tested positive himself, and he had to cancel some shows as a result. And Bow Wow, we have another story about him, but he was under fire because he hosted this large party in Houston, and it was mostly maskless, and it was thousands of people. And the governor and the mayor, they were all upset with him, but he said it's really their issue because they're the ones who should mandate the mask mandate. So Nayyir, I'll let you take it first. What are your thoughts on the whole COVID thing? How is, I know we talked about this a lot last season, but how are you migrating through all that, or navigating through all that?
Where I'm at, I'm here in Seattle. I mean, people are still getting busy. People are still getting out. Restaurants are opening back up. Gyms have opened back up. People are just wearing their mask. So I'm doing the same. You know, I go out, when I step out of the car, I definitely am wearing my mask.
Yeah.
Seems like everyone's kind of adjusting back into the social setting here. But that's just Seattle. That's just where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know in Atlanta, MLK weekend, a lot of people were in town. I'm like, why some people come in here? Because we're wide open. So Atlanta's wide open. So that's why they came here for that weekend. Lynia, what about you? What are your thoughts on everything?
I mean, I'm maintaining, the safety part of it. Of course, my concern is my parents, because I take care of both of my parents. I'm, in between running back and forth for them.
Yeah.
So it's like between my brother and I, we're the ones that are, we're out in the streets, running the errands and taking care of everything. So, that's my main concern. Outside of the fact that I feel like at some point, because I'm a traveler, I feel like at some point you may have to get the vaccine in order to travel. And I mean, if it comes down to that, I guess I'll be willing to grow like an extra ear or a toe or a finger and get the vaccine, because I got to get up out of here. I'm about to go crazy. I need to travel. I don't need them, that quarantine restriction. Listen, I got the shot. I'm cool. Just let me come in your country, because I got to get away from where I'm at. So that's how I feel.
I feel you. Trust me. I think everybody's felt that way. Chike, what about you?
I've been managing just fine. I'm in the hospital, so a mask is like having a set of eyes, and I'm used to it at this point. I do not dwell around people without a mask, even if I'm out and I'm going for my walks, or I may jog or whatever. I'm maskless until I'm around people. I always have it trusty dusty, like the 6-shooter. You got to keep it on your side. Just pull it up, put it on, pull it up, put it on real quick. You cannot go into any establishments here in the state of Pennsylvania without your mask. So that helps. As far as that Bow Wow situation is concerned, I think that was irresponsible. You're a parent.
Yeah.
You have a platform, and you need to be setting an example, and that's not the example you should set. Like,
right.
That's not cool.
And I know that, obviously not making the money they normally make because of the restrictions and everything. But again, if you're hosting, you could have said, yes, we have this event, but you must have a mask to participate. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, and he could have like made fun out of it, like get the best mask contest or something. I don't know. You can make it interesting,
Yeah.
but that's just irresponsible.
Mhm.
And it's too many people, those people who go out into settings like that, not only do you not care about yourself, 9 times out of 10, you live at home with your mama or your grandmama. So you're taking it back home to them, and then they end up getting sick, and or you're just transferring it. So
Yeah.
you're not even being considerate to the people whom you live with, and you're just bringing all of that, and you're not disinfecting when they probably got all kind. Listen, I disinfect when you go in the house. They go in the house, they bring in everything and everybody with them in the house, and they're not concerned about anybody else's welfare.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But on a positive note, all 50 states, there's not one red state as it relates to COVID. So they're saying the numbers are going down in terms of people that are becoming infected. They're still high, but they're going down. There are no red states, and that's why even California, they lifted their stay-at-home restrictions in 90% of the state, and some other states started doing that. So it could be a step in the right direction. Again, I'm hopeful because we have a new administration. We have adults in the White House, so we'll see what happens. Well, Salt and Pepper, they're the latest hip hop legends to have their story. They had a biopic on Lifetime that premiered last Saturday, and DJ Spinderella was let it known that she was not here for being excluded from the film. Now let her fans know by releasing a statement on Friday. She said, "Sorry, but I got to speak on Lifetime special. Too often, Black women who have been who've made meaningful contributions in their industries are left out of historic narratives. But when Salt and Pepper was building our legacy, which is rooted in empowering women, I could have not dreamed that the same group would one day disempower me." She continued that words cannot fully express my disappointment when I learned the decision was made to move forward with a Lifetime biopic that wrongfully excluded me from every aspect of the development and production, all while using my image throughout, given that I played an integral role in the group's story and success. She did give props to the actors and the people who portrayed all three ladies. Um, Apparently, they fell out, and she sued them in 2019 for money that she alleged they didn't pay her. They ended up selling it out of court in a confidential settlement. Was it wrong for them not to include her, Lynia?
I would say definitely yes. I understand that initially Spinderella wasn't a part of Salt and Pepper, but she became a part of it, and she became an integral part of Salt and Pepper. That's like kind of like, for me, the equivalent of Run DMC without Jam Master Jay. That's just my opinion. Somebody else is entitled to something different, but I don't know Salt and Pepper without Spinderella. I don't, and I didn't watch it. I'm Team Spinderella, so.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Nayyir?
Yeah, that was probably wrong, but I don't know the history behind. It might be two wrongs, three wrongs. It might be both of them doing each other wrong. But yeah, that definitely was one of the wrongs committed. I mean, everybody knows Spinderella was part of Salt and Pepper. I mean, you definitely, just like that was the best example that she could have given with the Jam Master Jay. That was definitely the wrong thing to do. But it's probably a game they've been playing for years.
Yeah. Chike?
Yeah, Nayyir's right about that. They've been playing that game for years. However, I do not agree with my co-host. I think that an agreement or an arrangement should have been made with Spinderella with Salt and Pepper. Spinderella, the original Spinderella, was someone that was not needed or wanted by Salt and Pepper themselves. And Herbie Azer, their manager and producer, brought that Spinderella in. And that Spinderella was fired. And then Herbie found Dee Dee Roper, which is Spinderella as we know it, brought her in. So Spinderella wasn't even a specific person in the beginning. It was nobody. Then it was the first Spinderella, and then she was gone, and then now there was Dee Dee, who is Spinderella. So Spinderella has always been an orbit to Salt and Pepper. I think that they should have worked out their differences a long time ago and made her an integral part of the group that way. And any of the verbiage that you see, they made sure over the years from the beginning, Salt and Pepper featuring Spinderella. She's always been a separate entity. So when it came time for, the big money to come through, Salt and Pepper was like, this is our group. I can't blame them for feeling that way because they put in the years. They've gone on tour and done shows without Spinderella. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I think that there's this group. I can't think of what group it is. It's an older white male group, and they toured, pre-COVID, tour all the time. They can't stand each other, but they know that they make their money together. And so they go out there, they work through it, they get the show done, and then they go their separate ways. And I think that these ladies should do that, because even though Spinderella, there was a different one initially. When you say Spinderella, you think about this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I wish they could put their differences beside them, their history, making artists, and do it for the fans. You know what I mean?
Well, I just want to add one more thing to that. There's things that go on behind the scenes that we aren't privy to that ruin relationships to the point where they can't do that anymore. Small plug, if you want to hear something like that, which is pretty much the same story, Dawn Robinson and En Vogue. That's a big similar situation to what's going on in the industry when it comes to groups and that extra person being put out or not being a part of because of relationships that happen behind the scenes.
Very true. Very true. We'll take a quick break, come back with a few more hot topics right back after this.